Three brands, three completely different price points, and only one answer that actually makes financial sense for your specific operation. Most comparison videos won't tell you that answer, because it depends on what you're farming, how many acres, and how many hours you put on a machine every year. We're going to fix that right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which of these three brands wins for your specific situation, not some generic best tractor answer that doesn't apply to your operation. Let's break it down. Kubota. The value play. Kubota dominates the compact and utility segment for a specific reason. The M7 series, Kubota's largest row crop platform, runs a 6.1-litre inline-six engine, producing up to 170 horsepower in the top configuration, paired with either a power shift or the KVT continuously variable transmission depending on spec. Kubota's whole business model is built around one promise: reliability at a price point nobody else can touch. A fully equipped Kubota M7 in current 2026 pricing sits meaningfully below comparable horsepower offerings from Fendt and well below most New Holland configurations in the same class. The parts network in North America is deep. Kubota has invested heavily in dealer expansion over the last decade, specifically targeting mid-size operations that felt priced out of the premium tractor conversation. Where Kubota wins clearly: operations under 800 horsepower hours of annual demand, livestock operations running hayground, diversified farms needing loader work, mowing, and light tillage without the capital commitment of a row crop flagship. The M7's reliability record across owners running 4,000 to 6,000 hours is genuinely strong, with engine and drivetrain longevity that holds up against any competitor in this price bracket. Where Kubota stops competing: anything above 200 horsepower. Kubota does not currently build a machine that competes with the high horsepower row crop or heavy tillage segment where Fendt and New Holland operate. If your operation needs 300 plus horsepower, Kubota is not in this conversation at all. New Holland, the middle ground. New Holland sits under CNH Industrial, the same parent company as Case IH. The T8 series is New Holland's serious row crop platform, running a 6.7-litre or 8.7-litre FPT engine depending on configuration, with horsepower ranging from roughly 270 up to 410 in the top-end T8 models. The transmission options include both power shift and the auto command, continuously variable transmission. New Holland's positioning is deliberate: competitive field performance at a price point below the premium European brands. The Autocommand CVT delivers genuinely smooth, stepless power delivery comparable in concept to what Fendt offers, though independent fuel testing generally shows the Vario architecture holding a small but consistent efficiency edge in sustained heavy draft conditions. The gap is real, but it is not dramatic, usually in the range of 3 to 5%, rather than the larger spread you see comparing powershift transmissions against CVT platforms, where New Holland wins clearly: mid to large row crop operations that want genuine CVT performance without paying the full Fendt premium. The CNH dealer network shares infrastructure with Case IH in many regions, which means parts and service density in Corn Belt states is strong. Right to repair access through CNH's diagnostic structure has historically been more open to independent shops than John Deere's dealer-gated system, which matters directly for downtime risk during planting and harvest. Where New Holland gives ground: ultimate fuel efficiency and resale value internationally. The Vario's 3 decades of continuous refinement still shows up in long-term durability data and fuel consumption numbers that New Holland's CVT, while strong, has not fully matched. Here at Soil Frame, we break down real equipment value, not the brochure version. Subscribe right now and share this with a farmer trying to figure out which brand actually fits their operation. Subscribe to Soil Frame, real value comparisons, every week. Fendt, the premium case. Fendt sits at the top of this comparison on price, and the question every buyer has to answer honestly is whether the premium is justified for their specific operation. The Fendt 700 and 900 series cover the same horsepower range as the New Holland T8 and extend higher into territory New Holland doesn't reach. The Vario transmission, continuously variable, zero-shift interruption, in continuous refinement since 1995, delivers the strongest documented fuel efficiency numbers of any transmission platform in this comparison, typically running 8 to 12% better than PowerShift competitors and a measurable edge over competing CVT systems in sustained heavy draft conditions. Fendt's case is not about horsepower. It is about what the machine costs you over 5 years, not what it costs you at signing. On a large operation running 500-plus hours annually in serious draft applications, tillage, planting with large air seeders, grain cart duty, the fuel savings alone can run $4,000 to $6,000 per year compared to a PowerShift competitor at equivalent horsepower. Over 5 years, that's $20,000 to $30,000 working against the higher purchase price. Resale value strengthens the Fendt case further. Fendt iron holds value at the premium end of the used market, both domestically and internationally, where the brand carries serious recognition in Europe, Australia, and South America. A well-maintained Fendt, coming off a 5-year cycle, commands stronger numbers than comparable New Holland or Kubota iron at the same age and hours. Where Fendt loses the argument, smaller operations that can't generate the annual hours to realize the fuel and productivity advantages. The premium only pays for itself with serious utilization. And dealer coverage, while expanding rapidly across the Midwest, is still thinner in some regions compared to the established New Holland and Kubota networks. The actual answer: here's the honest framework, broken down by what actually matters for your operation. Under 800 annual horsepower hours, mixed livestock and hay work, tight capital, Kubota wins. The M7 delivers genuine reliability at a price point neither competitor can match, and you're not generating enough hours to justify paying for capability you won't use. Mid to large row crop operation, 300 to 800 hours annually, wants real CVT performance without the full premium price. New Holland wins. The T8 with Auto Command delivers 90% of the Fendt field experience at a meaningfully lower entry price, with strong C&H dealer infrastructure across the Corn Belt. Large-scale operation, 500-plus hours annually, serious draft applications, long ownership cycles, strong Fendt dealer access in your region. Fendt wins. The fuel savings, productivity advantage, and resale strength compound across the years you actually own it, and the upfront premium stops looking like a premium by year 4 or 5. The tractor that's worth the money is not the same answer for every operation. It's whichever one matches your actual annual hours to its cost structure. Run your own hours, run your own acres. Then pick the brand that matches the math, not the one with the best commercial at the farm show. Thanks for watching Soil Frame. If you found this breakdown valuable, share it with a fellow farmer and comment below your thoughts on this topic. See you in the next one.